Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, April 26th. Finally, what a long week. And today we'll cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, MSTY, and NVIDY. But man, boy, you guys you showed up yesterday. Wow, I was hoping for 400 likes on yesterday's video. You guys gave me 700, so that's pretty damn good, especially based on the amount of views. I got 2,300 views and 700 likes, 701 to be exact. So I just wanted to, say my thank you to all of you for taking the time out. And I know someone said there's no like button, there's a thumbs up button. So yeah, thank you for hitting the thumbs up button. So I'll try not to annoy you guys going forward too much, but obviously if we could hit 700, I'm pretty sure it's possible to hit 1,000. I'm not saying that's going to happen today, but maybe in the coming months we can hit 1,000 thumbs up or likes or whatever we call it on one video. So, like I said, if you don't mind, if you do watch my videos daily or periodically and you enjoy it, hitting the like button does help. So I'm told. Well, at least let's see. I have 700 likes. Let's see what YouTube does, right? Where's the algorithm? Where's my video going? I don't notice any change. Are they posting it more? What do they do? I should probably research that. If any of you guys are YouTubers, let me know how that exactly works. Anyway, let's move on. So what happened yesterday? Quick update. Google, Alphabet, whatever. They basically announced they're going to pay a dividend. So they had earnings were good. And more importantly, they said, okay, we're going to pay a dividend just like Meta. And then boom, the stock flew. So if we look at Google stock in the after hours went up 11%. All right, really good. And why do I share that? Why? Because there's a lot of GUI shareholders out there who haven't had much, to talk about. And today they finally do. So congratulations, GUI shareholders. You are up 6.73% in the after hours. Clearly, their strikes were probably tighter than they should have been because, 11% versus 6%. But either way, 6.7% upwards is still pretty good. This stock's holding up. It just hasn't yielded a lot or, been too impressive. So at least today, the GUI shareholders have something to talk about. So shout out to them. Okay, let's move on to the trades. But before that, I only made one trade myself yesterday. Very busy day. This is like the only time I even had to look because it was bring your kid to work today. Bring your kid to work day. A lot of kids. Anyway, I'm exhausted. I bought Phoebe on the dip. I usually buy 10 shares at a pop, $200, each trade. Couldn't help myself. I bought 30 because I didn't know how long it was going to be down. So I went against kind of like my normal process, but whatever. Why did I buy 30? Because I'm at even 100 shares now of Phoebe. So I don't know. I like even numbers. What can I say? All right. So trade-wise yesterday, everyone had a trade except TSLY. The NVIDIA, CONY, and MSTY all had trades. So we'll go in order of these, and then we'll go over TSLY. So first, NVIDIA, you have a buy call, you have a sell put, and you have a sell call. Again, all of them, 3 transactions, nothing crazy. So they're adding contracts to the synthetic and then they're selling a weekly call all into next week too, which is May 3rd, by the way. And by the way, May 3rd is a Friday and that's also declaration date. So unfortunately for me, I do the estimates the weekend before the week of the declaration. So I'm going to have to do the estimates this weekend in advance because I don't have time for that type of video during the week. Plus, it's not really enough time to, not much happens during the week anyway that would change my estimate. So I'll try to get that estimate video out to you guys. Anyway, enough yapping. Let's get to the spreadsheets. All right, so first, if we go to NVIDIA, as mentioned, they added 105 contracts to the synthetic position. Again, I always have to double check. You never know. I'm plugging in these numbers after work and it's just rushing around. But either way, they got a massive credit because that put is worth, that put credit was much more than the buy call debit, because NVIDIA is still well below the 915 synthetic strike, which, by the way, expires May 17th. And FYI, their earnings comes up on May 22nd. All right, so how did they do yesterday? NVIDIA was up 3.71%. NVIDY was up 3.27%. So pretty good day. The 105 contracts that they used, again, they chose an expiration date of May 3rd. They chose a strike price of 865, and that's 4.68% out of the money. Not a lot. Not a lot. If we double check the prices, yeah, they didn't change. So that's 4.68% out of the money. I don't like it. But who knows? You never know with NVIDIA. Up, down, all around. Who knows? But what else we got? We have, 3 sets of contracts that expire today, April 26th. We have 810, 840, and 850, okay? The 810, which is the lowest, that's 95 contracts. That's 1.98% in the money. And then the second lowest, this is the biggest position, 4,850 contracts. That's 1.66% out of the money. So that's really close. Last but not least, the highest strike is 120 contracts, 850 strike, and that's 2.87% out of the money. So needless to say, we really, for NVIDIA holders, we want NVIDIA, it could stay flat, but realistically, you want it to go down. You really want it below that 810 price, because you want to capitalize on all the profit you can get. But, we shall see. Outstanding shares went up by 175,000 or 1%, which that's very impressive. All right, so here's the recap for the weekly calls. But first, the 30-day IV, 62%, pretty solid. Outstanding shares, 16,975,000. Total income from the weekly calls, 12.3 million. Total distribution calculated from that, 73 cents. That's a daily income of 4 cents and a daily yield of 0.17%. If you annualize that, that's 61%, which, that's a little lower than what you're used to for NVIDIA. But today's Friday, so they'll have a trade going into next week. But hopefully they close out today's trades all in a profit. Reaction? He's staring into space because his strikes, one of his strikes are blown through. And his other strikes are in danger. So the NVIDIA fund manager, he's debating on taking off work today. Like, do I even show my face? Should I have the interns cover for me? I don't know. What should I do? Also, I added to this spreadsheet the deck date countdown, the double D countdown. 7 days, as mentioned, it's next Friday. 7 days, May 3rd, until deck date. So that was what I decided to add. Why? Because it's just a formula. I don't have to do anything. All right, so here's the payment summary details. We got the synthetic income of 6.5 million. We got the short call income of 12.3 million. And that's net income of 18.8 million. Total income per share, $1.11. Short call income per share, 73 cents. So when you think about the estimate, I would say let's focus on the short call income. You guys hear the birds? People love the birds, so got to give them some time for the video. Synthetic, we're not going to talk about, expires May 17th. But if you look at all this blue, right? All the blue are the new positions, the contracts, right? So the 3 on the top, they all expire on April 26th. So you can see how much they cost. $20.90, that's the one that's blown through. So that's why we kind of want NVIDIA to slow its roll today, move down a little, or stay flat. We'll see. All right, so net asset value for NVIDIA, 427.8 million. That's a NAV of 25.20 or a trade price of 25.26. So this one has just really performed good. I know I say that a lot, but it's the GOAT. It is the GOAT, It never disappoints. All right, so let's look at NVIDIA pre-market. Oh no, we don't need this. All right, so NVIDIA pre-market is up 1.17%. It's at $836, okay? So that's not good for the weekly calls. So, things are going to get tight. Things are going to get interesting as we get to the end of the day. All right, let's just look at our larger position then. The break even is 848. We don't want to break even. So let's look at the 840. Let's stay below 840. Can we do that? I don't know. The 810 might be a goner though. But let's stay below the 840, right? Because that's 4,850 contracts worth. That's the majority of it. All right, so that's the recap on NVIDIA. Let's go to the other trades. All right, CONY had 3 trades. Again, buy call, sell put, sell call. So the top 2 add 365 contracts to the current synthetic position. And the third down below is adding a new call that expires next week. All right, let's go to the spreadsheet. Birds are out today. They're happy it's Friday too. All right, so if I go to the synthetic tab, you can see here's where they added 365 contracts. The put credit, much larger than the call, so that added to our April profits. Because you can see coin is well below the strike price of this synthetic. But again, whatever. We have earnings May 2nd, so that's next week. Obviously, deck date's May 3rd, so May 2nd would be the Thursday. So very important week next week. Very busy week next week. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously, based on the synthetic and where we're at, we need coin to have a good earnings. So we'll see though. All right, let's go to the April tab and see how coin did yesterday. So coin went down by 0.34%. And that's what we wanted, right? Remember, we wanted coin to all right, slow down, buddy. So it stayed flat and actually went down 0.34%. And look at this, CONY went up 0.25%. You can't make this stuff up. Coin went down, CONY went up. Perfect. That's perfect scenario. Because why did we want coin to go down? Well, if we go to over here, right, where are their strikes? Well, they're close, right? The lowest one is, right now, it's 3.98% out of the money. So this was almost like a perfect scenario as a CONY holder. So anyway, that was a really good day. We got one trading day left though, so a lot can happen. So anyway, they added 365 contracts with a 250 strike, and they went 12.92% out of the money, which by the way, that yields 2.68%. That's pretty good. I know I don't cover that enough. All right, what about these other contracts? They all expire today. What do we got left? Well, let's see. The 426s, there's 3 of them, okay? We have the lowest strike price is 232.50. That's 7,690 contracts, and that's 3.98% out of the money. We have 10,000 contracts with a 235 strike. That's the biggest position, and that's 5% out of the money. And then we have 300 contracts with a 255 strike. That's 14% out of the money. So I think the 300 contracts are pretty safe. These other 2, we don't know, right? We'll look at the pre-market. We'll look at the pre-market after this, see how it goes. But yeah. All right, so let's move on. Check out the outstanding shares. Did we get more people buying? Yes, you did. 100,000 or 0.58% increase. So that's pretty good. All right, so recap. 30-day IV, 92%. Outstanding shares, 17,225,000. Total income, 22.2 million. Total distribution from that income, $1.29 per share. That's a daily income of 8 cents per share, or a daily yield of 0.31%. If you annualize that, it's approximately 114%. All right, so Cody, fund manager, is coming in today. He's flexing his muscle. He's like, guess what? My underlying went down and my ETF went up. Now what? What do you got? You can't say nothing to that, man. That's like the perfect scenario. Obviously not if you own the underlying, but you get what I mean. And as always, you know, the deck day countdown, 7 days away. So I know people love declaration date. I do too. All right, synthetic income. What do we got? We got 21.1 million. Short call income, 22.2 million. Net income, 43.3 million. That is a total income per share of $2.52, or a short call income per share of $1.29. Wow. You know, another great performing fund. Someone told me yesterday, I'm sorry, I can't like your video because you have TSLY in it. Man, people, like, TSLY is purely love-hate. But TSLY, it's the biggest fund. What can you say? I mean, it's hard to not cover it. There's people that will not sell TSLY. You know, they're believers in these funds. They're believers in Tesla, and they're believers in TSLY. So, you know, let them be. Let them do their thing. You know, I don't think it's a big deal, but that's just me. All right, what do we got here? We got the synthetic, which we don't talk about yet. It expires May 17th, and again, they have earnings before that. And then they have 5 contracts, 2 on the bottom expire next week. So you just look at the top 3. You know, the 255 costs 9 cents. Just close it out, right? Close it out. They'll probably obviously just let it go down to a penny, then they'll close it out at a penny. But these other 2, they're tight. So we'll see. We'll check out the pre-market in a second. All right, the net asset value of CONY is $418.6 million. The NAV is $24.31, and the trade price is $24.29. Okay, so what do we got? We got pre-market for coin. Let's refresh this. I think when I have silence in between, it's okay because the birds back me up. Oh boy, is today an all green day? I haven't looked in advance, so all this is a surprise to me. But coin is up 1.07%. As of what time? 5:37 a.m. All right, and it's at 226. So I don't know, man. 226. What is our lowest strike price? Our lowest strike price is 232.50. Okay, so can we stay under that? Perfect scenario would be to stay under that. By the way, they better put their calls far out of the money. You know, I'm talking, they better put 120% out of the money. They better at least be 120% out of the money. You know, CONY, I mean, coin earnings, come on. You got to be ready, man. All right. So that's the summary on CONY. Now we can move on to the last one that had a trade, at least, MSTY. Again, 3 trades, buy call, sell put, to the synthetic, and then selling a call into next week. Okay, so that's MSTY. And let's go to their spreadsheet. Synthetic, there's synthetic 1150 still open, and they added to that. Problem with adding to that is it costs a lot of money. Luckily, they only had 11 contracts, so they paid $208,000 for the call, $78,000 was the credit for the put. So obviously, that would decrease their synthetic income, you know, for April. All right, so anyway, their synthetic strike is at 1150, and MSTR is currently at 1240, okay? So April 29th is their next earnings, which I believe is the Monday. So Monday, right off the bat, we're talking about earnings. It's after hours. Everything's after hours. You know, could someone do like in the morning? You know, let's make the mornings exciting. You know, some of us check out after hours, but anyway. So yeah, we got that to look forward to next week. So what should they do? Should they roll this before then? Should they roll it today? Or should they leave it? That's the question. That's the debate, right? That's a fund manager problem. That's why we pay them the money. By the way, someone said they got a mailing from YieldMax that the expense ratio went up by 0.02%. I didn't get anything. I don't know if you guys saw anything, but whatever, I guess. So what do we got? So how did MSTR do yesterday? It went down by 2%. MSTY went down as well, but only by 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1.34%. 1. All right, so the 11 contracts that they have now, they sold a call into next week. They chose a 1,380 strike, and that's only 11% of the money. I know it's only a small portion, but that's a little tight over earnings for a stock like MSTR. But that yields 3%, which is pretty good. All right, what do we got going into today? Let me make this a little smaller here. Well, we got, what's the lowest strike we got? Which one's, all right, so look, the top, let's get the 5 threes out of the picture here. All right, so the lowest of the strikes is 1395, okay? And that's the biggest position. That's 660 contracts. And that right now is 12% of the money. So I'd say it's pretty safe. And then they have 4 contracts at 1,400 strike. That's 12.87% of the money. And last but not least, they have 45 contracts of 1,435 strike, 15% out of the money. So these are the 3 that expire today. So it looks like we don't have anything to worry about as far as MSTY is concerned for the weekly calls. Let's see who bought in. Well, 50,000 more people bought in. That's an increase of 1.67%. I said 50,000 people. I mean shares, 50,000 more shares. Or, it goes by creation unit. So I think they have creation units of 25,000. All right. So the recap for this, 30-day IV, 116%. I expect that to go up into next week, especially Monday morning for earnings. Outstanding shares, 3,050,000. Total income, 7 million. Total distribution from that, $2.30. Damn. Daily income, 14 cents a day. Daily yield, 0.43%. Annualize that sucker, 156%. Wow. They're still the moneymaker, so they get the moneymaker face. Their tongue's green. They're always making money. If you're in MSTY, you make money. I own MSTY through YieldMax and Ulti, so I am involved. Yes, synthetic income. I know we hate looking at this, but it's a loss. 32 million for April. Short call income is not a loss. It's 7 million income. So let's just look at that. Let's look at that. Short call income per share, $2.30. What's my estimate? I don't know yet. You're going to have to wait till today's numbers come out. I do Saturday's video, and then Sunday I will get to the estimates, assuming I have the time. I should. I have to. All right, synthetic income or synthetic, I'm not going to talk about in the holdings, but in blue, again, they have 5 contracts open for weekly calls. So if you look, 2 are May 3rd, and then the 3 on the top, they expire today. They look to be safe. But again, time will tell. Where do we want MSTR to close today? Again, I always say, just to keep it simple, you want it below or at the lowest strike price because we want to win every single contract. So just say $13.95, okay? Do not go above $13.95. And then again, if you look at next week, it's at $13.80. So realistically, we don't want it to go up much because they chose $13.80 for next week's strike. But anyway, let's take a look at the pre-market. Okay, where the birds at, huh? You got to step up, guys. All right, green, more green. MSTR, not much though, is up by 0.84%. It's at $1,250 as of 5:40 a.m. Okay. All right, everyone's favorite, TSLY. I'm kidding. People, they love to hate it. They love to love it. So no trade for TSLY. So I'm not really going to talk about the synthetic, but again, they're synthetic. They have 2 of them. They have one at 175, and then they have another at 170. The larger position is at the 175. So realistically, you want Tesla to be above that price by May 17th, which is when both of them expire. And Tesla looks like it's heading that way. So I don't think we have anything to worry about with their synthetic positions. All right, so how did Tesla do yesterday? I didn't even know until I plugged in the numbers because, again, you can imagine corporate America, bring your kid to work day. Ooh. But anyway, so I got no work done, by the way. Basically, like, it was impossible. So now today is going to be rough. Anyway, you guys don't care about that. But Tesla price went up by 4.97%. Do you believe that? So that's 3 consecutive days. Wow. That's unlike Tesla. I only know Tesla to go down lately. And TSLY captured 3.33%. TSLY is at 1520. The other day, it was at 1298. Today is at 1520. Wow. Not bad, guys. Not bad. I know you TSLY guys are pumped. And again, I own TSLY through YieldMax now. I also trade options on TSLY. So believe me, I am very happy about this. You can tell in my voice. Anyway, let's look at the contracts. They all expire today, which is April 26th. The lowest strike price is 162.50. 20,555 contracts. It's in danger. I'd say so. It's 4.51% in the money. That is bad. That is not good. So as happy as we are that Tesla is doing well and TSLY look to be doing well, this contract is going to lose some decent money. Now, if we look at the other one, this isn't like another half. Essentially they usually been splitting up all the contracts, but they split this up into 2 different positions: 10,790 contracts and 9,770. Both have a 175 strike. This is still 2.83% out of the money. So we have to be under this number. We have to be under the 175. Best case scenario, we're under 162.50, but obviously we're past that already. So, maybe we can call that one a break even. Maybe we'll close at 165 and then we'll win on the other. That's also a good scenario. But either way, we may lose some money today. I don't know which way Tesla's trending. I got to check in the pre-market. But guess what? Outstanding shares went up. So people bought into Tesla. 25,000 increase. That's a 0.06% increase, which not much compared to these other funds, though. 30-day IV, 47%. Outstanding shares, 45.3 million. Total income, 24.5 million. Total distribution from that is 54 cents per share. That's a daily income of 3 cents per share. That's a daily yield of 0.21%. And if you annualize that, that's 76.5%. It's pretty good. Reaction, Tesla fund manager still partying. He's kind of got to put that away, though, because he's about to lose. He's about to lose a contract, all right? So, he should pay attention and get ready for next week, because if Tesla's on recovery mode, you got to think about these strikes again, right? We can't be going 2% out of the money. We can't be going 3% out of the money. That's what happened last time. Maybe Tesla is not going to go up anymore, though, right? Again, they know more than us, we think, so we'll see how it goes. All right, here's the recap for April. 545,000 income, synthetic income. Short call income is 24.5 million. So total net income is 25 million. All right, so if we look at total income per share, 55 cents, which most of it, 54 cents, is short call income. So what is TSLY going to pay? Well, it's not going to pay 80 cents. That's one thing I do know. So you're looking at like 60, 70 cent range. But we'll see what today's trades bring. They may try to squeeze one out and go so tight with the calls just so they can produce income in order to pay you. I don't know. I hope not, though. That would be a mistake. All right, so here's the holdings. Again, this is formulated. So all I do is I highlight the synthetic. The synthetic put is in pink, and the synthetic call is in orange. But then in blue, we have the weekly calls, which is what we care about. So the 175, they can close it out early and be done with it, which maybe they should, to be honest. Close it out. It's 59 cents to close. 59 cents a share. The other one, I don't know, man. If they think Tesla's going to go up, you may be better off taking the loss early. But again, who knows? I don't know. We don't get paid for that. They get paid for this type of work. So they know what to do. They're experienced and they know what to do. So hopefully they make the right decision. All we can do is speculate and guess and think, what's the best decision? I can't even decision, I said. But you know what I mean. We'll see, though. So again, today is going to be an interesting day. But yeah, we want Tesla to go down. I mean, I really don't. But, if you want to win your weekly calls, all of them, you kind of need Tesla to slow down, and it doesn't look that way. Tesla is up by 1.5% in the pre-market. This is as of 5:50 a.m. So it's at 172.74. So yeah, this is gonna be an interesting day. So time will tell. But that's the video. That's the summary. That's the daily update to everything. So it's my daily talk show, right? But anyway, guys, as always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. And again, I would like to thank you guys yesterday for showing up, hitting that like button, hitting that thumbs up. But please continue to show up every day. Again, I'm trying my best not to talk about it, but now it's kind of like a competitive thing. I want to hit the 1,000. I want to hit the 1,000 likes. I don't even know if it does anything. I hear other YouTubers say it helps the algorithm, but I don't notice anything. But either way, if that's that's really the only thing you could do. I think that would help supposedly boost the channel, right? Outside of sharing it. So again, obviously these videos, they take some time out of my afternoon and time in the morning. But I do enjoy them, of course, or else I wouldn't be doing them. But if when you guys ask, anything I could do, that's it. Just hit the like button, comment, share. Those are really the three things, because I believe comments also help the algorithms. But whatever, right? You don't care about that. It's just YouTube gibberish. But anyway, if you made it this far in the video, I guess we got to show some love to the birds, right? They're kind of making this fun, right? You didn't notice them, when it was like 10 degrees in this garage, but obviously they're out. The weather's getting better. You notice the birds are coming out. So the lame keyword today is chirp chirp. I don't know, or whatever bird noise you want to make. Yeah, and sometimes there's seagulls. I live closer, to the beach. Not close enough, but sometimes, you're not going to hear them at 5 a.m., but, you'll hear them soon, pretty soon. The sun's out, but, yeah, it's a good time. But anyway, again, I always appreciate you guys watching this far. So obviously, if you want to show that love, you can say chirp, chirp, or whatever bird noises you please. Thank you for watching. And as mentioned, look out for the estimate video, which will be posted. It's definitely not going to be Saturday, probably Sunday. So keep an eye out for that, and we'll get that posted and we'll go from there. I got a lot of work to do. So I'll get the other daily video out tomorrow morning. Look out for that. And then obviously the estimate on Sunday. All right, guys, I got to go to work. Busy day, a lot of emails. But I hope you guys enjoy your day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Later.